My story begins in my most favorite of places, Book Cafe, a small bookstore on the corner of a hole in the Wall Street. Due to its offbeat selection of literature and its limited array of handcrafted delights, it quickly became my usual place to relax and unwind. Sadly, Book Cafe was off-trend, and so to the many it was decidedly off-fashion, causing its unfortunate descent into shabbiness, and eventually to, worst of all, its irrelevance. Being one of few regular patrons frequenting the quaint establishment, I began to expect every visit to be, without exception, solitary. Perhaps as a result of this general silence, I'd established a casual and bantering familiarity with the shop's cactus, an Easter lily echinopsis known only as Mortimer, who from the very first moment struck me as being at once both really very sad, but also zestful in nature. I suspect he's not well taken care of. In any case, one afternoon, as I sat next to dear Mortimer reading my book, as had become my habit, I noticed a new presence in our company. A beguiling individual, smartly dressed, with an exceptionally lively and intelligent face, and an immediately perceptible air of exhaustion. They were not the first to cross my path amongst the bookshelves, and generally I'd have given them a polite nod and dug my nose back into my book. But this one, they were just as I, alone. Yes, of course, we are all always in the presence of dearest Mortimer here, but in a figurative way. And, I must say, they were the first that struck me as being deeply and truly exhausted. A symptom of my own anxious habits as well. It had me thinking, who is this most interesting person? Who is this most interesting person? Mortimer did not reply. Would they allow me to sketch them? I pondered. Pardon me, would you allow me to sketch you? At that moment, as I awaited the response with bated breath, a curtain rose on a parenthetical domestic drama, which required my immediate and full attention. Bonjour.
Madame.
Yes?
As you know by now, we have kidnapped your son.
Wait,
Bring us 1 million and
I
cash
don't
to
have
the geese
children.
and the dogs, or you've never seen.
but frankly did not hold it for long. Apologies. Where were we? Oh, if you're not being polite, and you must tell me if that's the case, but if it does genuinely interest you, may I sketch your portrait? It's just, you have a very lively and intelligent face that I find quite beguiling. So again I sit at the edge of my seat, certain of disappointment, and yet, in its mysterious and utterly unreliable fashion, fate seemed to have intervened on my behalf. This person tells me they are indeed inclined to posing for a sketch, as they find it rather relaxing, something, it turns out, they are in desperate need of. Lovely. Thank you most kindly. perhaps periwinkle blue, or violet, or purple, or maybe carmine or scarlet, ochre or salmon. I do like a portrait with many colors. Maybe some light olive or yellow, sunflower yellow. Let's see. How about this color? What do you think? It's light olive. One of my favorites. I like all of my sketches to have a good pop of color. A good pop of color. Good pop of color. Look straight at me, please. Can you look here? And over here. I prefer chalks. I do mostly landscapes, but I'm obviously open to the occasional portrait if it strikes my fancy. Oh. I specialize in mainly desert landscapes. Why do you ask? Oh, you were just curious. I myself am an individual with a curious nature. Some flatted color. So, how did you come to find this place? The book cafe? It's not particularly findable. You received a flyer? May I see it? become more interesting by the minute. I hope I'm able to capture that in my sketch. Thank you. Let's continue. What to do next? I have an orange and a purple, magenta, green. What else should I put on? Something that really fits you. Just something that will really fit this interesting face of yours. I could do maybe one more family of these. Would that be enough? Do a salmon color. Good. Now for the eyes. Let's see. The most striking part. Their gaze was striking indeed, so much so that I found myself at a loss for words, a situation at odds with my desire to appear a skilled conversationalist. Do you remember the tallest man you've ever seen? Me either. Apologies, but I must now maintain a level of concentration that may prohibit my ability to converse. It's for the art, you see. Thank you. That should suffice. put your hand right here for me. You could tilt your head in various ways, whichever you feel is most organic for you. Good. Could you just act natural, like in your natural habitat sort of thing? Good. That's looking really great. Right. Go ahead and give me another pose. I want to see all angles here. Helps me with my artistic direction. Good. Can you give me a smile? You have a beautiful smile. You could go ahead and relax your face. Need some more. Let's just go good. Okay. Should probably get some. But I'll wait to the end for that part because it tends to be overpowering for the sketch. So we should probably wait to the end for that part. So let's see. I'm just gonna really look at you. Okay. Right, I think. Maybe this one? Yeah. That's good. It's looking really good. But what if you help dearest Mortimer for the sketch? It'll make it better. Good. Perfect. Right there. Excusez-moi, une lettre, madame? Oh, une lettre? Oui, une lettre. Une lettre pour moi? Oui, madame, une lettre pour vous. Oh, merci. Attendez. Portez ceci. I'm terribly embarrassed. It seems I have some explaining to do. No, I must insist. I have been caught receiving a letter from a mysterious letter source with the help of a quick letter service known as letters. Yes, letters. It seems our meeting was no happenstance. You see, our dearest Mortimer is not well taken care of. I've begged the librarian not once but twice to allow me to take him into my care, but she declines. Out of spite, I can only assume. It may or may not have been apparent that I offended her at the suggestion, inferring that she's not capable of his care. I didn't intend to come off that way, but I do definitely think it. Going to need this. It's a bandit. It'll aid you in the smuggling. No. Rescue mission. I'll explain further. There is only one barista/librarian that works at Book Cafe, and her name is Agnes. She's by far the most liberally perfumed woman I have ever encountered. The scent announces her approach from a great distance and lingers for many minutes after she's gone. She works 5 days a week, around 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. sharp, minus Sundays and Mondays when the Book Cafe is closed, of course. Now, I don't know much about her, other than the fact that she's not very personable. What is this?
A present for your birthday? Do you not like it?
Not like it? I'm positively disgusted by it. Please take note for future celebrations that I do not like gold. And that she's a fan of Nippy, a local canine. Her landlord doesn't allow dogs, but that never stopped her from being the head of her very own online fan club, Pom Poms Forever. Every so often, Nippy's owner has time to take Nippy the dog to the dog park around the corner, accurately named Canine Playground. This will serve as our distraction. I would do it myself, but she'd know it was me, and she knows my face, my voice, my general concern for dearest Mortimer. It must be you, my new, interesting, and beguiling friend. Not to worry, I have a part in this as well. Don't turn around, but know that from this vantage point, she can see us, my face, but not your face. She doesn't know your face. She doesn't know you. But she knows that I've been sketching your visage quite diligently. Once you have successfully extracted the hostage, I will cause a scene, claiming a stranger has stolen poor dearest Mortimer. And, with a streak of luck, I happen to have a detailed portrait of the thief. Though it will look nothing like you. They will look high and low for this crafty cactus criminal, only to find themselves empty-handed. The perfect plan. It's almost time. Now, when I get the signal, stand up and walk to your left. Keep going until you hit the east exit. From there, walk 50 paces north, where you will find a tree. From that tree, look to your right. You'll see a park. Exactly, that very one. Canine Playground. Play with the dogs, act natural. Nippy's owner will find you. Once my charade here has concluded, I will meet back up with you at that playground where I will secure the package. I know this is very sudden and unexpected. You can back out if you're uncomfortable. I knew I could count on you.